Welcome to Floating Nifty Podcast. I'm Shiuwen.
And I'm Noah.
Oh, today is Noah, not Nono.
No, Nono's gone. I killed him.
What? Excuse me? Because I would like to have Shushu here. And Nono here. So they can be a team of four to do a lot of work.
He's gone forever.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
I quite enjoy him.
A lot of people did. That was the problem.
He did a really good podcast with me last week.
Like I said, sometimes we have to make political decisions, even if we,
There's jealousy, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, what is that? Feud.
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 Feud is over. He's gone.
Wow. Okay. So it's so good to sit down and have a pot of tea.
I agree.
So this past few months have been really intense. And
You said it, sister.
Stop calling me sister. And this past week is even more intense because there's so much love pouring in from all directions.
Yes, very true.
We have
love in the form of
tea orders and also notes.
Also in the form of messages and comments,
emails, comments, notes from the orders. Some people show up here directly to.
That's not the reason we're tired, though. That's the reason we keep going.
Yes.
But the love in the form of orders is maybe a little bit of the reason why we're like a little tired.
Good kind of
tired, yeah. Hard work kind of tired.
Yeah, but every day we still, set aside the time, try to set aside the time to sit quietly and enjoy a pot of tea because I don't want to let the practice go.
Yeah.
Even though the mind is not very quiet, we still do it. And so today, in a formal podcast, then we can sit down and have a pot of tea. It's really good. And so I think in the next podcast, I will do the shout out to those people who especially mention our podcast through the orders, actually. It's so nice to see you guys showing up because I have no idea who are listening.
A lot of you guys showed up this time.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
And I really like to do the shout out because it really feels very connected to you guys. But at this moment, I haven't made the list yet, so I will do it next podcast. So stay tuned.
Some people did say, I hope you're still doing the podcast because I've been listening and I really like it. And I'm happy for you guys, but I hope you're still doing the podcast.
Yes, but just to let you guys know, maybe the next few weeks, the podcast might have some pause, as my son calls it, glitches. We might have some technical glitches.
Okay, where were we?
The glitches?
The glitches.
Yeah. And,
I'm going to be in Taiwan.
Yeah. And our technology knowledge is very minimum. Noah's is from the early 20th century. My technology era is from the dinosaur time. So it's like zero.
We'll be able to figure it out. It might take a little while before it's smooth.
Yeah, just wait. And just wait, I guess. But still a very exciting day. And just as I mentioned earlier on, it's just our days are just got loaded with love, So guess what I'm drinking today?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I like that. It's almost like the Shark.
Mm-hmm.
Shark music.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun,
Dun, dun, dun.
I think we recorded this tea before. 老师, teacher, called the tea 50. And I think at that time, I told you guys it was peak around noontime, like 10 to 11, 12 o'clock timing, which for those of you guys who like to nerd out about this, that means they pick a more traditional time. And how is it? Nowadays, a lot of teas got picked when sun breaks
like
out.
6 o'clock in the morning.
6 to 6:30. That's when Taiwanese island, in the island of Formosa, the sun comes out and pickers want to pick tea. They got paid by the amount of tea they pick, and makers want to make more tea. So if that day they can harvest more tea leaves, then goody for everybody, right? However, imagine that if you pick around 10, you cannot pick as much tea. But if you guys study weather and that kind of stuff, 10 o'clock is the time that a lot of dews will naturally evaporate from the surface of tea leaves. And tea got picked at that time has more stuff to give. It just nature, wonder, and magic. Now a lot of tea got picked at that time, by the way.
However,
nowadays. This tea I
may not be
might be
picked.
both.
Yeah, could be.
I don't know.
But we don't think that's what the name necessarily means, right?
Yeah, it might be picked in the beginning of summertime, but by lunar calendar, which is when? I don't even know.
Do I know? No, I have no idea.
Okay, good. So I will have to, you guys search for it, just like lunar calendar, first few days of summer. When is that? Here, I think you guys do it by June 21st, around there. The summer solstice. Lunar calendar, then I have no idea, because our spring seems to come pretty early, eh?
Yeah.
So actually, this tea, what it means, it might be picked around the lunar calendar summer, in the beginning of summertime. Yeah. Because I remember when teacher sent me this tea, he wanted us to brighten up by the power of sun and the season. Yeah. And I have drink it sparely. Is that sparsely? Sparsely. Cause when I drink it, there's just so much sweetness, and just remember the support and the care from the teacher and from the island of Taiwan, and it just feels so good. And I think I still have about 2 ounces left here. And so when it's safe to, I'll keep it actually. And when it's safe to, do tea tasting with people again, I would love to drink this tea with people. Love is to share, and to let some people drink the teacher's love. It's just, I think it will be much better, not just for me and Noah. It's for everybody. Not for everybody, sorry, for as many people as possible. So we drank the first infusion already, and the tea feels, it's actually a very light tea, and one cannot feel a lot of roasted. No, the liquid is still on the, like that golden and jade color combined together. It's a light tea, almost untouched by fire, but I think I can sense a little bit of the charcoal fire on the surface. Very light, gentle way, and in combination of the sun, it's just brilliant. I remember the first time when I drank this tea, I saw sun sprinkles. I seriously see like colorful sprinkles showering at us. Yeah, it's really wonderful feeling. And that's the only time I saw sun sprinkles though. And after that, it's just really nice, warm feeling for a light tea. Okay, second infusion. Let's see this.
It's a very positive tea.
Positive, I like that.
It's also a strong tea. I think the first time that I had wushi tea was actually not this one. It was when we were in Taiwan. And it felt very full, not necessarily as delicate with all those different floral fragrances as a spring or winter picking of Haiman Oolong. But it has like a certain amount of muscle to it at the same time as being very pretty. Good choice.
Just want to share the love with everybody. So this second infusion, if I have to still analyze it a little bit as a tea. The tea has a really light touch of that light citrus high mountain oolong taste. The body is very full, and yet the liquid is very soft for a good tea. And the way it starts to move is like when it go into the throat, it become into a heat, H-E-A-T, heat, like heat. And then from the throat, the heat just keeps spreading down to the body. That's how unique I think this tea is. And it just, the amount of heat, like, not heat like, those kind of heat from a aged tea is different. It's like, it's warm. And this is like, if you can imagine maybe in a not hot summer day, okay? Maybe like it was our northwest springtime and the sun comes out and then there's that touch of gentle warmth on your skin, that feeling. So for those of you who live in a very hot country, then just imagine that. For those of you who live in a place that they can that doesn't have a lot of heat going on, maybe step into a gentle sauna room. They might do it too. Just to capture that feeling. It's wonderful. And as Noah mentioned, he felt this tea is very positive. So second infusion, the positive feeling through the podcast, we're going to send this all out to you. And we actually got interrupted by the first infusion. First infusion tastes very gentle and sweet. So we want to send the first infusion of sweetness out to you as well. Whatever this tea gives today, we are sending it out back to all of you. Do you have a specific feeling?
It does. It radiates like the sun on a hot day. Yeah. Especially as it goes down to the throat.
The throat, right?
And then it goes out from there.
And to the back.
Yeah.
And then go into the body. That's why I kind of laugh a little bit because it's so joyful. The feeling also is so soft. I feel like I lay on that really soft grass outside and the sun is on me. So this third infusion, this wonderful feeling that a person is outdoor, relaxed, hopefully, with the wonderful warm sensation of sun on that person's body, this fantastic feeling, we are going to send it out to you right now. So just receive that. Inhale, suck it in. It's actually fun to do tea this way. It's so exciting. What is the next infusion gonna feel? I don't know. Gonna be positive for sure. So first one is sweetness. Second one is positive. Third one is softness plus all warmth, okay? Remember, this is a sun tea, so all warmth on the top of that. And we'll send all the good vibes back out to you. And let's watch this fourth infusion. Enjoy. Any specific feeling?
Well, you know what? I think that this tea is a really good choice for today and for this week in general because I've been feeling like for a while now, but I guess especially every day since we announced our big news is this feeling of like we have to work really hard.
Yes.
And every day we come in and pack a lot of orders, answer a lot of emails, blah blah blah, and just keep going. And we have all this really like nutritive messages coming from people. Like I've never. People leave notes. Like people are great. Like customers are great to leave notes in their orders, but never this much. Like the amount of support that we've gotten of people just saying, "This is like such a cool thing. Like we're so excited for you. Congratulations on the expansion."
Yeah.
And I never thought of it as being an expansion. I was actually
me either.
To be honest, I was a little bit definitely not a little bit afraid that people are going to be like, "Oh no, they're going to start shipping tea out of Taiwan."
We'll stop buying it.
Yeah. And the kind of the response was so far in the opposite direction that it made me feel like, wow, I don't need to be afraid of this as much as I thought. It's like it's it's actually a really cool thing. And I was really excited about it before, but to feel that so many people, like there was a specific person I really want to shout out right now. I don't know if you listen to the podcast, but Alia, you came to pick up tea, and you work at another tea shop, and you told me that all the people that work with me were all rooting for you, like good luck. And I just felt like that's just it's so wonderful. It's really like, it's like to know that people care about what we're doing, you know, and we care about what we're doing, but to have like the support from the other tea drinkers, other tea vendors. Yeah, it's really cool. And this infusion was just like, I mean, the tea is a strong tea. It's also a soft tea. It's also an expansive tea. And the feeling was, in this infusion, what brought that out for me is it feels like hard work. It expands. It touched my belly really easily, with a certain amount of determination or assertiveness. Like it wasn't just like those really beautiful, delicate high mountains where it's just like, la 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 la.
La la tea.
Yeah, it's not la. I like la la tea, but
me too.
It was more.
I'm always fascinated with La La Land.
It was more like bam, you know, and then it had this expansion feeling, and you know, it's funny the way that things kind of come together. I guess in art, but in a tea session, you know, when you're experiencing things with your heart, and it just bam, it's just right there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, this tea, the way it touched the throat, and you know how big I am to throat sensation, right? If you guys are new to this program, watch your throat. Tea will do wonders to your throat, not just what it tastes like. And this tea not just touch the throat, it radiates that warmth. It radiates from the throat and to the back and downwards. It's just it's fantastic and fascinating.
And teas radiate in a different way. You know, some of them feels more like when you feel like a charcoal or a wood fire, that kind of heat coming off, or sometimes there's that feeling more like in a hot tub, or in a hot spring. Sometimes it's more the feeling of being in the shower. You know, there's usually heat with good tea. But it feels different, and this one really feels like, if you ever like put your hand right in front of the sun and feel the heat of the sun touch the palm of your hand, that kind of texture.
Wonderful. I'm gonna do that after this.
You ever do that? It feels really good.
People might think I'm performing a ceremony or something. Sun ceremony.
Yeah, sun gazing. I probably haven't told the podcast. I've told you for sure.
Yeah.
I met a sun gazer. A teacher that I was taking lessons from in China. He was like, you just wake up at 8 a.m. and stare at the sun. I'm like, I don't think it's safe. He's like, no, come out. And it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He's just like, opens his eyes straight staring at the sun. And I'm like, I can't do it. And he's like, wait until like 7 p.m. tonight. Try it again. I said, okay, I'll give it a try. I couldn't do it. Anyway, tangent.
When I was brewing this fourth infusion, and I was waiting for it, and what I saw was a teacher's smile. Teacher has a wonderful smile. And then I started to hear his laughter. He also have a beautiful laughter. And very rarely in my tea session that I get to bring teachers out into the room. And today is one of the days he came to the room. And so this infusion, we are going to give the teacher's smile out to all of you guys who are listening and also who are not listening to the podcast. That's fine. We love you, you know. As Noah said, that a lot of people wrote us notes that saying that this is a wonderful adventure, it's an expansion. And my strange Taiwanese logic never thought it that way. And I asked Noah, I said, why do people keep saying that we are expanding? In fact, a customer, he's a long-term customer already. He actually came to Seattle once from Chicago. His name is Charles. And after he met us, he doesn't order tea online. He just called me. Hey, this is Charles. I said, hey, you know what I like, right? I said, yes, sir. And then we will talk a little bit about what the tea he want to order, and I will send it out to him. So he called me actually about 3 days ago, and of course, I have to tell him that we are moving our shipping center to Taiwan, and he said the same thing. Oh, it's expanding, and I said, well, I hope it's not shrinking. And he just said, oh, shrinking is not a good thing. I just want him to know that if he still order tea from us, I can still take it from the phone, and then I will have Sunny or me and Noah and whoever is there to ship out the tea out to him and stuff. He said, oh, that's fine. That's fine. I like your tea. I don't want you to go under. Shipping out from Taiwan, no problem for me. And so when I thought about it, I was just like, because as Noah said, we had a fear that we would lose a lot of customers. So I keep thinking that it's shrinking. But when I think about it, it's like, 2 locations, it is expanding.
And adding another person, adding another partner, Sunny.
Mm-hmm. And that is expanding.
Yeah, it's growing.
And the way I look at it is that, yes, it is expanding, because if we can have more time to learn and more time to put out the things we learn on the internet to share with people, through podcasts, through in-store tea tastings, or through YouTube videos, that's expanding. I love that. I love that concept of you. I love that concept of this form of expanding. And so, yeah, we just really want to say thank you, and we will work very hard, and we will not
let you down. Yes,
we will continue to learn. And one very good news, I just contacted the teacher last week to let him know that Noah's visa got approved to go into Taiwan. And I just said, Noah is very excited to learn charcoal roasting from you. And he said, we'll be here. We'll be here waiting for him.
Yeah.
Do you know how much this have meant for us? I mean, like how much? That much. And yes, I cannot be here. I cannot be there this time, but Noah will do his best to record the conversations or some images.
Yeah, so I'll bring recording devices and stuff like that, and then bring it back so Shiuwen can also learn. I will
do that form of learning, and then we'll put the learning, hopefully with time together, and to share on whatever with you.
And things will pop up. Like if we're recording long distance, things will pop up on the podcast that I'm talking about with him. What this means for me is I don't talk about this a lot. It's kind of an internal thing for me, learning about charcoal roasting. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and I've never even tried it. Mm-hmm. So there's this massive feeling of like excitement and fear at the same time of like, I'm gonna see what it's actually like to charcoal roast tea in like less than a month right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's huge, but I just keep working so I don't have to think about it very much. I just want to get there and start doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's big. It's really big. And eventually I want to be able to roast floating leaves teas, floating leaves oolongs that we carry, be able to roast them myself. That's the goal, right?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think tea roasting have been something that I wanted to learn in this tea journey. And so I think we are on the beginning of it, and that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And yeah. So in a way, thank you so much, everybody out there, to make this close to a possibility.
Yeah.
And to help us to be on this journey, and to help us to be on the journey together with you. When you tell me that you walk your dog and listen to the podcast, I can see you. That's the connection that we build through this way. And the eventual hope is I get to drink tea with you, and someday it might happen. There is also a possibility of that. And that makes me very happy. So today, with the smile of our teacher, we'll send it out to you, and we'll end the podcast this way with a big smile from our teacher. So keep drinking good tea. We love you, and stay tuned with our wonderful tea adventures from Taiwan.
The next session will be recorded in
Taiwan.
In Taiwan, yeah. Halfway in Taiwan, at least.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hate technology and I love technology. So we'll see you Monday.
Yep.
Maybe many Mondays afterwards. Excellent. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.